Okay.
Good job. Happy New Year's to you.
Thank you.
Great. Hey, it was great working with you and Charlene on the sale of your house in Millbrae. You were fabulous clients, and I think everything went real well. And I look forward to helping you guys find your next home.
It was very smooth.
Yeah.
As
Why
things go.
don't you tell us a little bit about what I did for you guys?
Okay. When you called me to ask me if I would do this, I took the liberty of writing some things down because I wouldn't remember them through this. So as it started, we met and we found you very easy to work with. You weren't pushy, you weren't aggressive, and we sensed that the information you were giving us was good information to help us move forward. And very importantly, I think to us as sellers and to prospective buyers is you knew the area and the schools, and you knew the neighborhood and so on. And that's really important because a lot of people want to know that kind of information. It's not just the house, it's where the house is.
The other benefits that come along with the area. You know?
Right. And one thing I was very impressed with is your comps and your sale price was right on the money. It was very realistic. You didn't give us super high expectations. You said this is what it's worth, and it proved to be exactly that. And all the steps, I want to talk about the steps that we each as homeowners have to go through when we sell a property. Mm-hmm. When you decide as a seller to sell, you automatically are jumping to the end. You really want it to be over with. And you've got to go through all these steps.
You want it sold and closed.
You want it sold and closed and
you have to go
done because you've already made the decision you're leaving. So there's a lot of steps that happen in between, and you were really good at helping us through those steps. Whenever we needed assistance, you were there. You returned calls in a very timely manner. We were impressed with that because we didn't want to think about all these details. Somebody has to, and you helped us through all that. We talked about the sales price, the conditions, and we felt that you were acting in our best interest. You were very objective, and that's an important balance between what you see as the selling part and what the buying part is. So that was good. You gave us some really good tips on staging because we ended up doing staging ourselves with our own furniture, but we asked you for advice on certain things and you gave it to us, and that worked out.
And after doing this full time for 23 years, while I'm not an interior designer, I really get a feel for what the public's looking for and projects that you can do that are cost effective that will increase the marketability and the desirability of the property. I think the other thing too that I found this helpful is that I have my list of contractors, handyman, painters, plumbers that I can rely upon and bring that as a resource to my sellers that I'm working with.
You beat me to the punch. That's okay. But we didn't want to stage with professional staging. We wanted to use our own stuff, but we wanted to make it look right. And so we had asked you at times to help out with that. And your photographer was really good. I mean, he was in and out of there so fast, but what he produced.
Yeah, the pictures turned out great.
I mean, I've never seen that house look so nice as I did when I looked at the photos on your website.
And that's a company that I'm using called Ovio, and professional photographer. They set up a separate single-party website for the property as well. So it's great. It's worked out really well for the clients. Go ahead.
So getting back to your contacts, your photographer, we also had to have a little bit of work done, and you had a contact for that. You had them come out. He completed his work. That was all taken care of. And then we had, right before closing, I think maybe 4 or 5 days before closing, we had the heater go bad. Something happened on it, needed attention. You got on the phone. You talked to somebody in the city. They came down. They diagnosed it. And within, I think, 1 or 2 days, they had the part, they came back and installed it, everything was fine, closing went smooth and everything, so, we couldn't have asked for more service. You took care of us all the way through and you helped us get through it, and so I couldn't have asked for any more. I think you actually went over the, overboard in that, but I liked it. That's a very welcome thing. You weren't just interested in selling the house, you were interested in helping us to deal with all these things. So your background and everything proved really helpful for us. So we're happy, and we would buy a house. When we end up selling another house, if we buy another house before that, we're going to be using you for that. Either way, whether we buy or sell, you're going to be involved with us. So
all right. I really appreciate it, Tom. It was great working with you guys too.
You too.
We enjoyed it.
We had fun. You made it fun.
Great. Thanks.